What's up, guys? It's your girl Mello here at MelloReacts, and we got another one with JP. I'm so excited to watch this video because there's so much going on with the guns and everything right now. So I would love to see what his comedic take is on it. But before we get into that, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos. I'm new to these YouTube streets, so that would really help me in the algorithm, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Now let's get into it.
So what do you think about what's going on?
Wait, why does he always have a squeaky toy? I actually just noticed that in the liberal video that I didn't notice before. If you know what that's about, comment down below and let me know. I don't help your girl out.
Well, in response to the mass shooting, just as the media is directing me to, I'd like to jump to the conclusion that we should ban all guns before I have a chance to think about how that only affects law-abiding citizens while doing nothing to address the underlying cause of mental illness and evil behind mass shootings. Yeah.
Come through. Like, where's the lie? Facts.
Nothing to address the underlying cause of mental illness and evil behind mass shootings. Yeah, I think we should ban guns too. Yes, it would make a lot of sense to have people with guns take our guns. But sometimes I think, whoa, wait a minute there, extremists. Just hear me out. Sometimes I think,
Don't do that. We don't need you to think today.
oh, wait a minute there, extremists. Just hear me out. Sometimes I think if they want to outlaw guns in order to prevent murder, why don't they just outlaw murder? They already have. And the criminals still break the law? They do. Then are we sure the criminals that break the law would be willing to just obey a new law about guns? I think we're supposed to just think so. I mean,
Facts. He's so fucking sarcastic. But he's spitting like truth. I mean, that's not going to change anything. I'm from Chicago. You think any law is stopping all of the freaking shootings there? No, it's not going to solve anything. Oh, gosh.
just obey a new law about guns? I think we're supposed to just think so. I mean, I can only assume that someone who's willing to murder another person would probably have a moral compass that says, hey, killing a person is great and all, but possessing an object I'm not supposed to, that's just crossing a line. Not gonna do it. Makes sense.
Oh my gosh, he makes everyone sounds absolutely ignorant. Literally, that's what I said. That it's not going to really stop anything.
I'm not supposed to, that's just crossing a line. Not gonna do it. Makes sense when we look at it through the lens of that very limited, unlikely perspective. Sure does. Instead of waiting for the leftists who politicize the tragic loss of life to convince the media, to convince the masses, to convince the government to confiscate our guns, maybe we should just voluntarily turn in our guns. Yes, and maybe we should turn...
Oh no, that ain't gonna happen here. I don't care how much you fight. I mean, I know they're trying to move this along fast while these people are in office playing this little game or whatever. And yeah, they're really playing on everyone's emotions like they always do.
Tragic loss of life to convince the media, to convince the masses, to convince the government to confiscate our guns. Maybe we should just voluntarily turn in our guns. Yes, and maybe we should turn in all our food and private property rights too, just to be safe. I'm pretty sure that's already in process. You know...
No, he didn't show that guy. I mean, like, this is why I have to really pay attention to his videos because he just throws up so many things while he's saying so many things, and I absolutely love it.
Rights too, just to be safe. I'm pretty sure that's...
You'll own nothing and be happy. Ooh. Ew, isn't that going around too? Yeah. Which is interesting because I've been watching a lot on, property rights and what you own and what you don't own, because first of all, if you have a mortgage, you don't really necessarily own it. And then I was watching a documentary a long time ago about people like out in the country who couldn't afford their land per se. And I mean, people were buying this land lawyers were buying the land for like $1,000, like a ridiculously low amount. So I don't know if anyone out there knows what that actually is. I forgot what it's called, but after seeing that, I'm like, do we own anything? I mean, they got us in a straight up illusion out here.
One alternative theory to what the media is telling us. Whoa, hold it right there, extremist. Good point. But just stay with me for a second on this one. One theory is that power-hungry authoritarians use PSYOP programs like MK Ultra to program mentally unstable people to do mass shootings, so the authoritarians can then politicize them and justify to the public why guns are being taken. And then they have total tyrannical control over citizens who cannot defend themselves against them. Okay, Miss.
What? Well, okay. I guess he's called Awaken with JP for a reason. Oh, wow. I know some of y'all know. Okay.
Control over citizens who cannot defend themselves against them. Okay, Mr. Tinfoil Hat. Now, PSYOPs and MK Ultra might be proven programs that the government has used, but they're just conspiracy theories. You think so? Yeah, I think calling those realities conspiracy theories, as they're subjects that I do not understand, is a viable way of engaging in intellectual discourse about them so that I don't have to do any research beyond the current level of knowledge that I already have. About them so that I don't have to do any research beyond the current level of knowledge that I already have.
I had to run that back. Did you? What? 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 That was my little John. What? Yes. Facts. Facts. We've been taking it in because it's been presented to us in the media, and we're just like, okay, I guess that's what it is. So I'm just gonna go along with it because that's what they said.
Discourse about them so that I don't have to do any research beyond the current level of knowledge that I already have. I'd also like to discount those realities as conspiracy theories because it's just easier than starting the journey of learning about what I don't currently know about. And by being
Who wants to learn? Who wants to learn? Nobody wants to learn. Nobody wants to read. No one wants to. In today's world, you don't even have to read. You can just go down the YouTube rabbit hole and find people that can help you find other people, that can help you find books, that can help you find more people, to help you find more books. It's like you don't even need school these days, mostly, unless you want to learn the basics of certain things. But when you want to find some things,
easier than starting the journey of learning about what I don't currently know about. And by being unwilling to learn about anything new, that's how we grow more certain of ourselves. Hey, what's your favorite conspiracy theory? Calculus. I don't know anything about it, and I feel completely unwilling to learn. What about you? The clitoris is my favorite conspiracy theory. I've never found one, and I have no ambition to learn where they actually exist at. Well,
he's so fucking sarcastic. I love it.
Never found one, and I have no ambition to learn where they actually exist at. Well, in addition to claiming they don't exist, I speculate that one day they'll find them on pregnant men somewhere. But
no, please don't. I mean, I know they're somewhere in the lab probably trying to make it happen, but stop. Like, get these people off the land. Oh my God.
I speculate that one day they'll find them on pregnant men somewhere. But do you know what doesn't sit well with me? I don't know, like the stone cold hard reality of XY chromosomes and XX chromosomes? Also a conspiracy theory, so no. But it's just that if authoritarians with guns keep telling us that guns are so bad, why do they need guns? I mean, probably just so they can use them. True. But have you ever heard of history? I don't read books, I just burn them. Thank you for your censorship. But
I don't read books, I burn them. Thank you for your censorship. Oh, that's so sad though. Is that going to be like the new thing? They're going to burn all this. Listen, everybody out there, gather up as much information in history as you can find, because clearly they're trying to wipe a lot of stuff away. And that was a great point.
history. I don't read books, I just burn them. Thank you for your censorship. But I accidentally learned about history once, and when I did, I learned that only tyrannical regimes
Said I accidentally learned about history.
I accidentally learned about history once, and when I did, I learned that only tyrannical regimes disarm their populations. And when they do, those governments inflict terrible control, violence, and killing onto their now disarmed populations. For example, in 1911, Turkey established gun control. And then from 1915 to 1917, 1.5 million Armenians, now unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. And in 1929, the Soviet Union established gun control.
Damn.
Then from 1929 to 1953, 20 million people, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. What do you mean, exterminated? Murdered. Oh, well, those are just two examples. And China established gun control in 1935. Then
Wait, let me tell you more, because literally they're walking us right into it voluntarily. And I really honestly hate when people say, I can't believe this is happening in America, or I can't believe this, and what? No, not here. And it's what? See, if you don't pay attention to what has happened to other people, which seems to be the thing here, we're not paying attention. And he's accurately pointing that out. You must pay attention to the same things that happened to people before, because they're running the same script, same program. It's insane how they don't even change it. That's how stupid they think we are. It's like, nah, just run that one. Run the one that we did over in Armenia. Run that one over there. Use that one.
Exterminated. What do you mean, exterminated? Murdered. Oh, well, those are just two examples. Then from 1948 to 1952, 20 million political dissidents, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and killed. Oh, and the people in China still exist under a brutal regime today. Oh, wait a minute. Germany also established gun control in 1938. And then from 1939 to 1945, 13 million Jews and others who were unable to defend themselves were rounded up and exterminated. Huh. I wonder if Hitler purposely disarmed the population so he could tyrannically take over and kill all people opposed to him. It's probably just a coincidence.
Great history lesson.
So he could tyrannically take over and kill all people opposed to him. It's probably just a coincidence. But also Cambodia established gun control in 1956. Then from 1975 to 1977, 1 million educated people were rounded up and killed because they were unable to defend themselves. Is my shirt on straight? Yep, good. And Guatemala established gun control
pro-gun, anti-idiot.
in 1964. Then from 1964 to 1981, 100,000 Mayan Indians, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. Oh, and it's probably not significant, but Uganda established gun control in 1970. Then from 1971 to 1979, 300,000 Christians, unable to defend themselves, were rounded up and exterminated. 56 million people rounded up and exterminated in the 20th century because of gun control? Yeah, apparently. But that could never happen here. Yeah, that's what all those people throughout history said. But it couldn't ever really happen here. They said that too. But seriously, that couldn't ever really happen here. Oh. Well, when you put it like that, convinced. Yeah, and besides, the authoritarians that want to ban guns in our country are saying it's for our protection. I can only assume that in all those authoritarian regimes that you mentioned that did all the killing, that they had a different, honest message for their populations about why they were being disarmed. You think? Yeah, it was probably something like, hey, we're gonna take all your guns so that we can control every aspect of your life and easily kill those of you who don't comply. No, it says here, although those regimes also had a we're banning guns for your protection type of messaging too. Don't be a conspirament theorist. Another good point. Then that means this history book must be inaccurate because it reveals a pattern that's currently unfolding in this country that's uncomfortable to think about. Exactly. That's totally false. We should
Same pattern, different country, different time, different generation.
Country that's uncomfortable to think about. Exactly. That's totally false. We should 100% turn in all our guns. Like, ban them all. Yeah, I feel the coercion to agree with you. But do you think an even better idea could be that if the authoritarians with guns turn in their guns first, and then we, the people, turn in our guns? No, it just feels easier to trust the people that we know lie to us on a consistent basis. Just imagine how much better off we'll be without the only...
It's so much easier to trust the people that lie to us on a consistent
basis. Just imagine how much better off we'll be without the only constitutional right that allows us to protect ourselves. Yeah, and if history has taught us anything, which it hasn't, it's that banning guns will work out much differently this time. Yep. Can't wait.
Wow, that was so good. You know, oh God, there's so much to take from this, because I feel like what I'm learning is that, you know, we really have to take media with a fine grain of salt, because the emotions that they play on, I mean, hey, I got all of us got the George Floyd, and that's some things that I actually learned more about that was a lot deeper than what we know. And yeah, there's things that JP mentioned in here, and the control that people don't know about. You know, they really don't. And, you know, these kids have come off of 2 years of not being social, not being around anyone. So there's so many targets that can easily be chosen when it comes to accomplishing missions. But the problem, what's so sad, is that we don't know those tricks, and we are looking at the story and what the narrative is that's being pushed so the agenda can be accomplished, which, wow, to awaken to that is it's very depressing because it's like, damn, we've been living in a lie for so long, and they play the same trick bag on every generation. That's why they call each generation the boomer, the Gen Z, the millennial, or the Gen X or whatever, because they're running the same thing and indoctrinating the same amount of time. I mean, things like this is what has inspired me to start this channel. I love comedy and I love truth on all ends, in all aspects, because, you know, with that being said, the shooting also got to me too. And what I've learned is that you got to snap out of it and also see what is really going on. Yes, did people lose their lives, lose their families? Absolutely. The thing in America, though, that the problem is that we don't know what's going on around the world. And just even that historical layout that he presented to us, how they ease you into it, which is what I've always wondered. It's like, well, how did that happen? How did you just walk into that? You know, and it's happening to us right now. You know, we're the last standing, somewhat free country, and they're trying to run the same program on us, and it's really sad that people don't see it, and they're literally walking us into slavery of a modern era. This was fantastic. JP did it once again. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.